Greetings RC fans, Moodog from Moodog's Frugal RCs. Today we're going to be having a look at another one from Haiboxing. If you guys have followed my channel at all, you know how much I really enjoy the Haiboxing line of RC vehicles. This one I don't think is going to be any exception to that rule. This is a 1/24th scale mini racing vehicle, hobby grade. This one is rated for ages 14 and up. Use your discretion on that. Claims to have full ball bearings throughout the whole of the unit, splash waterproof. So we're probably talking about IPX4 on this one. This is the model 2138. Now, it appears that Haiboxing is using the same chassis for probably at least one other model in the 24 scale, and that is going to be the 2128 Truggy. Probably the only difference on that is going to be tires, body pins, things like that. So information on this one on the side of the box here. 1/24 scale hobby class. Four-wheel drive shaft system. Now, this does have a metal drive shaft, 2.4 gigahertz radio system, pretty much industry standard these days. Splash waterproof ESC and receiver, metal gear differentials front and rear, so there are metal gears in the diffs. Nice to see that. Aluminum chassis and upper deck, ball bearings throughout. Saddle battery compartment, if you think about the Dune Thunder or the other monster truck counterpart to that, the Survivor. Same idea with the lithium ion cells. High grip off-road tires, plated wheels, stylish truck body with decals installed. So there are some decals pre-installed on here, and we'll get into that in a little bit. This is just some basic information spec-wise. This is running a 180 size brushed motor, and we'll get into the more specifics once we get this out in front of us here. Other side of the box is just your customary warnings, things like that. Nothing else really to show on this box. Let's take a look at what comes inside. Per normal with all HBX vehicles, you are getting a really nicely done manual. Chinese to English looks really good in here. Now, this one is void of any kind of parts grid or any kind of parts list. I believe you'll be able to get parts online through HBX or Haiboxing.com. I did purchase this one on Amazon.com. I will post a link in the description in case you guys want to check this one out for yourselves. No affiliate link. I did pay full cost for this out of my own money, so I'll go ahead and set that aside for the time being. You're getting a service card here from the seller, pretty much standard operating. Wherever you get these things, you get something like that in there. They are including a kind of sheet here of some other decals. I already put a couple on the vehicle, and I'll show you that in a second, but it's nice to see that Haiboxing does this on a pretty consistent basis, so you can actually customize the vehicle to your own liking. The batteries that come with this, earlier I mentioned that they are very similar to the Dune Thunder or the Survivor Series monster truck. Now, these are AA size, 14500 cells. These are 3.7 volts at 800 milliamp per hour. They went ahead and they put these little duct tape tabs on here to pull them out of the saddles on the side of the vehicle, so kind of nice there. These are 3.7 volts as mentioned, so times 2, 7.4 at 800 milliamp per hour. So probably about 15 or so minute drive time on that. You are getting a charger with this one, guys. It's going to be the standard type of 2-bay charger with LED indicators and then some information on the back and what to look for to tell if it's charged or not. You have a USB to a pin plug with this one. If you guys have followed my channel for any length of time, you know how I feel about the USBs. Love them. The transmitter that Haiboxing included is pretty standard for their smaller scale RC vehicles. Nice feeling pistol grip on this one. I put the sticker on there off of the sticker sheet just to kind of distinguish this from the one from my Rampage. But this one will take the same way, 2 AA batteries that get inserted into the pistol grip itself. You have your on and off switch, steering trim. Up on top you have a dual power. You have a 50% tap for your slow, just to get acclimated if you're got your kid running this, or maybe you're new to driving. You want to start out slow to kind of learn the vehicle. And then you have a normal speed, which will give you 100% power. Steering reverse. You have a right hand side steering wheel on here that is not foam covered. Nice enough return spring on that. Nice feeling trigger for the throttle on here. Just an overall nice unit. The only qualm I have with these is they don't stand on their own. So if you do have to store this vehicle and there really is no way to stand this up, you have to lie it down or find another strategic way to store it. Up on the front here you have an LED that's actually kind of camouflaged by this little venting on this fake antenna. So there's an LED on there to let you know when this is paired and when you have power on. So pretty nice. All in all, I think these are done really well. All right, guys, so the truck, again, diminutive size. We're talking about 1/24th scale, very nicely made. As mentioned earlier, these tires are foam-filled. If I didn't mention it, I apologize for saying I did, but they are foam-filled, and we do have a nice grippy tread on here, kind of a medium soft tread, so good for on-road and some minor off-road. Keeping in mind this is a 1/24 scale, you're not going to be doing a whole lot of thrash and bash, maybe through some mulch piles, things like that, but nicely done nonetheless. Looking at the body on here, guys, we can see a strong family resemblance to the Survivor MT. It's the same type of grill, same type of body style, I believe, on this one. The overall construction of this is very nice, kind of a nylon impregnated plastic, very resilient, very soft. Underside of it here, we can see that we have a aluminum plate on the bottom here. We also have a push button, rubberized on and off switch for a little bit better longevity. Let's go ahead and get this body off of here. We'll show you the underside of the vehicle. 4 standard body pins. That's all you're getting with this one, guys. You're not getting any extras, so you want to make sure that you have extras on hand. Pretty easy to find, pretty inexpensive. I probably have 100 or more lying about. Taking a look at the Lexan itself, guys, we can see that this is a painted on the inside Lexan, clear windows all the way around. Some pretty cool looking stickers, cool graphics. I like the name of this, Fire Runner. I'm sorry. I definitely like the name of that. And I put the Fear Me stickers on the back and on the front. So really nicely done. It's resilient enough, but still seems pretty sturdy. And I think this will take a pretty good whooping. That seems to be made very, very nicely. Looking at the vehicle itself, guys, we can see a lot of aluminum components on here. We have a 180 size brush motor with a silver anodized aluminum heatsink up on top. There are 5-wire mini servo with a small split servo saver up in front. The ESC and receiver combo is beneath this, so we can't really see that right now, but easy access to the bottom. We have a power tap right here for an optional light set. This did come with the light set, 2 lights that fit into the cans up in front here, but it did not work. So kind of disappointed in that, but it's not a deal breaker. I've got plenty of that stuff lying about here that I can actually make something myself. We have an aluminum chassis brace as well on this one, guys. This one is going to incorporate friction shocks. You can see friction shocks on here, so I drop it a couple times. You see it is a bit bouncy, not too bad though. I believe you can upgrade these shocks. I'm not sure if Haiboxing makes any specifically for this vehicle, but they should be easy enough to measure out and find online. As mentioned before, these have the side pods here for the batteries, and we'll get the batteries in this in just a second. Underside of it, we can see all plastic construction. On the rear here, guys, we have plastic dog bones, plastic outdrive cups, plastic pretty much throughout the whole of the drivetrain and back here. Claimed metal gears in the differentials and ball bearings. Nice to see that. On the front as well, guys, we have plastic CVDs and plastic hub carriers, plastic steering linkage. The whole 9 yards is plastic, but nicely done. I think this is really resilient, really forgiving type plastic. I think this is going to withstand a pretty decent beating. Let's go ahead and pop the batteries in. Basically, you would just pry these off real easy like this, and we'll get a battery, pop it in, and same on this side. That's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate each and every one of you. Hey, if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all of my content as soon as I upload it to YouTube. We'll see you all in the next one, and God bless the Republic.